Hello, my name is Erica, and I'm the Dyslexic Trekkie. It's become a Christmas tradition for me to get sick in December. For those who have trouble hearing, I sincerely apologize. I thought I'd talk about something that came up in a comment in one of my videos, the Why Jordy. A fan wrote that my history is why he loves so much that there is disabled representation, and that it was a shame that there wasn't more in the newer versions of Star Trek. I had written in the comments that we have Geordi, and he's still there regardless of what generation of Star Trek you're watching. And I do wholly believe that, but there's something else. As flawed as I've tried to point out his representation is, the infantilization of him and turning him into an insult, he's still important because, as I've said, Geordi was the hero. In his stories, he saved the day more times than I can count, and it is important for children to see somebody they can relate to saving the day. A hero, not pitiable, and doing it in a way that makes sense for who they are. His adaptive devices are how he realizes things aren't quite right or what the solution could be, which is something I always loved. However flawed Geordi's character may be, he's still there, and he is still deeply important. Because of syndication and streaming services, Geordi is not going anywhere. But more than that, we have other characters in shows that are background characters in wheelchairs, which I think is just the coolest thing. We have a character in Strange New Worlds who will become disabled, which is an important thing. Geordi was born blind, having a character who's going to become disabled. We have a couple of characters that have to use adaptive technology to manage losing an eye, or even essentially their entire body, including part of their brain. These are people with disabilities who are seen, and they're almost not disabled because of the tools they use, but it's still very obviously there. So we have layers of characters in shows now, layers of who they are represented. And this is done with 10 episodes a season instead of the 26 that were in Star Trek The Next Generation. So having so many layers to such short seasons is incredible. But more than that, we have a whole other generation of kids that are being recognized as just existing. And they've never had that hero. I wanted to wait until Pride to bring this up, but I don't think it can wait, especially given the holidays coming up. So many children, teens and younger, aren't going to have a place to go because their parents have rejected them. The implication that Sulu was gay in the Calvin timeline was great. We have the new doctor and a science engineer on Discovery, but also we have Gray and Adira, a trans and non-binary character playing a very loving relationship and, at times, in their own way, saving the day. They're teens doing teen things and making teen mistakes, but Adira especially, they are so amazing, especially when we see a show transition in their mind from she to they, because at the very beginning, Adira was she, and then at some point they pointed out, no, I don't identify as a boy or a girl, and it's okay, and now you're they. I thought that was just great. Maybe a little unrealistic that people who weren't in that moment suddenly transitioning pronouns was a bit strange. Did they put out a ship-wide announcement? Or were there a couple of moments when it was explained to individuals and we missed it? But for the time constraints, again, of the 10 episode season, it was handled beautifully. And no matter what other conflicts and contradictions are in the show, it's not really made that big of a deal. Adira is non-binary, and so be it. I didn't realize Gray was played by a trans actor until I had seen something on one of the YouTube channels talking about it. And I thought, oh, well, that's cool, because they're a two-level gender non-conforming relationship. And again, it has no play in their social status. It's just a fact, whether it's a fact in the show or just a fact of the actor. It's just there. And for kids who are being told by their family that there's something wrong with who they are, having this place where they have a place is something I really love. Something that I think continues the tradition of making room at the table for more people. And if there's not a time of the year better for talking about making room at the table than the holiday season, I don't know what is. My voice is almost completely gone, and poor Ray has had so much to say, and he's been waiting. Do you want to talk now? He was so excited that I pulled out the... Oh, really? Yeah? Tell us. I agree. Yeah? Oh, you don't... Oh, really? As our official Starfleet officer, Ensign Bradbury really needs to make sure we know. Thank you for watching. If you like this subject, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, feelings, or ideas on this subject, please share in the comments below. Again, my name is Erica, and I'm the Dyslexic Trekkie. I honestly considered having Ray do this video, just putting strings of his meows and then subtitling it, but I don't have the energy to even do this. We'll see how long I go.